Hello, everyone. Welcome to West Catholic Live, a show about all the cool things happening here at West Catholic High School. I'm John Gonzalez, and joining me is your good friend, your principal, Mr. Tony Fischer. Tony, how you doing?
I'm well, John. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It's good to be back in studio.
In studio, kind of. We're on location. This is actually my classroom, although it probably looks the same to everyone else out there because we have the backdrop.
Yep.
It's in full effect. We had a makeshift backdrop last time, didn't we?
We did. I think it was Mrs. Rocky's
class.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The art room.
I walked in there today. I'm like, and she's like, "Oh no, are you back in here today?" I'm like, "No, you're good." She's like, "Okay, good." So we're in my classroom, and then yesterday we filmed some things in Mr. Horst's classroom.
Yeah, and we'll get to see some of that.
We'll see some of that. You'll see the background's a little different. So, but I said you probably can't tell that we're in my classroom, and I need to do some decorating in here.
Sure. It's a canvas for you, right? Make it however you want and whatever makes you feel comfortable. I see some of the old teachers stuff on the wall, actually. So that's exciting. Little math.
I'll take a couple of photos because it's a math room.
It used to be a math classroom.
Yeah. So there's a lot of math stuff up here, which is funny because it's the worst subject of mine.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's what I used to teach.
Did you really?
Yeah, I can help you out if you want.
Okay. We'll talk about slope intercept.
There you go.
Later in the show. All right. Well, folks, we have a busy show. Like Mr. Fischer said, we have a couple great segments I think you'll enjoy with Tim Horst and Father Robert. And then we'll talk to some seniors as well.
Yeah.
Cam will be by for Cam's giveaway. We might do something a little different.
Maybe today. A change. You'll have to stay tuned to check it out.
I believe is it raining out right now?
I don't know. It looks a lot darker than it did this morning.
Yes. So this is the bad news, though. Not that rain is bad news. No rainy Renee today. She's busy with tests and end of the school year things.
Right.
And so we did not touch base with her, but we have a lot of great stuff coming up on the show. Let's get to a couple of headlines, Mr. Fischer, before we get into the content.
All right. We can do that.
All right. So first up, I believe tomorrow night's a big night.
It is a big night tomorrow night for our art department. It is the senior showcase. I know in our notes it says fine arts, but really it's the celebration of all the seniors who participated in either art class or performing arts throughout this their 4 years.
Yes.
And so we really want to highlight and showcase them. They don't, it's a big kind of awards, I guess, ceremony for them to show off their talent.
And the choir will be performing.
Choir participate as well. The choir plays, and then some of the seniors have solos, which is always kind of fun.
Great. That's great. And then speaking of seniors, the last day is coming up, right, on Friday?
This Friday, the last full day for our senior class. They do have exams Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully most of them won't have to be here because we do have a policy where if you have a B or better in both quarters, third and fourth, you do not have to, well, up to the teacher, but most teachers let them slide and not have to take the exam. But again, last full day is this Friday. We're going to celebrate them with mass. And then it's a big event for the school. We have the Falcon Cup that afternoon. We're going to compete against each other, and hopefully Bakita 19 performs well and Bakita community wins.
I think that's his community. Mine is PO, and I believe PO 1 is definitely we're number one for a reason. And that's all you need to know. You're going like, what are you talking about? Households. I'm finally figuring it out. It's taking me the whole school year, but I'm finally figuring it out. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we were talking about choir, right? And I've been working on a project with our choir director, Joe Hodick.
You have?
Yes. So
that's the one I saw this morning.
That's what you saw this morning. If you follow us on social media, you'll see that Mr. Fischer tweeted a little video this morning. But I've been working with the choir department for several weeks now. We actually spent some time in a professional recording studio where we recorded a song, and then we filmed some video in the recording studio, and we also filmed some video this morning. So before we show you the clip of the choir video that I shot this morning, we want to tell you, or we ask you please, to share this show. It's available on Facebook, obviously, and YouTube Live as well. So if you're on Facebook right now with us, please share, let your followers know that West Catholic Live is on the air right now. Also, this show is available as a podcast, which you will find wherever you get your podcasts. We're on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, and other popular podcast platforms. Please go find other shows because this is like show number 21, I think.
Wow.
Something like that.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, we've got a lot. Can't believe it. Yeah, I believe there might be 48 podcasts up right now on our podcast platform.
That's super exciting.
So if you want to go back and listen to some of those, we would love for you to do that and support 4 West Catholic High School. All right. Let's show that video, and then we have a special guest right after that video. So let's play that video now. Mr. Bailey, back in the production room.
That video's not uploaded.
What? Yes, it is. It's right. It might not be uploaded.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's okay.
We'll get it out there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's just bring them in now. I mean, we'll just do this live. All right. Come on, Cam. Let's do this. Bring a chair, yeah. And then magically appears a microphone. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to. This is what happens when we go to my classroom. Right? It all falls apart.
We'll be all right.
It will be all right.
Okay. They will want to see that choir video though, so we'll have to get that uploaded, throw it up on the
we'll definitely
channel, maybe even on a podcast.
We'll get that up soon enough. So how you doing, Cam?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good to see you again,
great,
man.
yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
So are you I saw that you registered or you had a complaint in the complaint department.
A little
Something
bit.
about the prizes not being picked up.
Yeah, that was my complaint. Yeah, so I see what you're saying there. Yeah, definitely my complaint. So I think we decided to do something a little bit different.
We did.
Wait, before we do the difference, somebody still did win last week. Do we know who that was?
Did you pick a winner?
I believe
This show is
we
falling
did.
apart.
Yeah. Waiting for Mission Control to let us know.
Okay.
Right. Yep. So we do have Jennifer Cameron. Jennifer Cameron was the winner.
There you go.
Congratulations.
There you
Feel free to pick up that $25 gift card for the Spirit store. It is in our main office. So come when you're available, sooner rather than later before I use it. But yeah, congratulations, Jen.
And the Spirit store, is it open regular hours or when are you there next?
You can set up appointments with me. So I would shoot me an email. We've chatted a couple times via email. So shoot me an email and we can set up an appointment for you to stop in during the school day, after school, whenever. I'm usually here all the time. So,
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's introduce this new feature because Cam, you and I were talking off air a few days ago, and we're like, hey, let's have some fun with Cam's Sports Highlight because it's busy, right? Sports season's going on right now. I mean, springtime, and who knows whether they're going to play or not today. Mm-hmm. The weather, right?
Yeah.
But we tried something new, right?
Yes, we did. You guys are gonna enjoy it. I'm having fun with it, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with some of our student body here at West Catholic. So
awesome. Well, let's roll the first video right now.
Cam Burns here with your weekly dose of Cam's 3-point challenge. Hey Maggie, how's it going?
Good, Cam. How about you?
I'm good. Hey, we have Maggie here for Cam's 3-point challenge, where we ask 3 questions, and they get to take 3 shots, and they get to compete versus this guy. All right. So first episode, our first guest, we have Maggie Duba. Later, you will see Ryer as well, Ryer Reinhardt. So looking forward to these competitions here. But first, just to kind of start things going, we're going to the University of San Diego, correct?
Yep. Out in California.
Ooh, warm all year long, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. So a couple questions. First question I have for you. What was your favorite memory of West Catholic athletics, I should say?
All right. That's probably going to be getting all-state my senior year in cross country and getting a time up on the record board. So
awesome.
Live on once I leave.
There it is. That's forever. It's a legacy right there. Here we go. You want to take the first shot?
Yep. Oh, no.
Oh, there it is. That's one. Oh,
Hey, okay.
So for our second question now, what will you miss the most about West Catholic High School?
About my sports, I'm going to say that I'm going to miss normal practice times, not having to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. like I'm going to have to next year. So for practices.
Fair enough. Love her sleep. Here we go.
Oh God.
Okay. Left an opening.
All right.
I failed again. Here it is.
1-0.
Final question, Maggie. What are you looking forward to most at the University of San Diego?
I'm going to have to say running in the warmth, on the sand, meeting new people, the sun, the beach, and just still being able to compete. Don't have to leave that behind.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, here we go. Last shot. Oh, the door is open, Maggie.
Wait,
here
what if
we
you
go.
tie? What if you tie? Oh! All right. 1-0.
Maggie, thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate it. West Catholic will deeply miss you here. Thanks again. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I lost. But
Yeah, it's all right. Maybe next time we can do a race. You might beat me in that one.
Yeah,
So.
we'll see.
Thank you.
She was consoling you. I love that's okay, Cam.
Consoling. But she offered me to do a race, and she knows that's her thing too. So she knows I would have lost that too. I'm just a big loser to start this.
Ooh,
So,
I like that. Maggie's race challenge, right?
oh yeah,
Not
oh,
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to run in college, so
Yeah.
hopefully she's good at it.
I stand no chance. That's for sure.
Lynette says, good luck to Maggie in San Diego. Thank you, Lynette, for
Yeah.
following us here on West Catholic Live. I like the shorts too, Cam, I should say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was debating because they had like some polka dots on it and I had the stripe. So it was like they kind of clashed a little bit if you look close, but I appreciate it. I thought the color scheme was good.
Fashion consultant Cam as well. So when
right.
you're out there shopping the spirit store, ask him how it fits on you. All right, so we have another video.
Yes, we do.
Who is this?
Got the chance to have our competition with Raya Reinhardt. So
Let's hope you fare better.
we will see.
Here is Raya Reinhardt, senior, baseball, going to Kalamazoo College.
Yep.
It's exciting stuff, man.
Very,
Exciting
yeah.
stuff. Here for another episode of the Cam's 3-Point Challenge. Couple questions I got for you. First question, what's your favorite memory?
I'd probably have to say hitting a home run in my first varsity game as a freshman, and then throwing a perfect game this season.
Hey, that's big stuff right
Yep.
there.
Hopefully
Big
winning
stuff.
states this year. That'll be the best.
That will be the best.
That'll be the
Hey,
best.
fingers crossed to you
Yep.
there. Here we go.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got high. Uh-oh.
Never known for basketball.
Never know.
Never
Never know.
known for basketball.
All right. Second question I have for you. So we just talked about your favorite memory.
Yep.
What will you miss most?
I'd probably say like the brotherhood that West Catholic stands for. Like missing my friends and growing up with them through high school and playing sports with them. It's just something you can't beat.
Cool. It runs deep. You know, I
does.
graduated from here as well. So, like, we got that brotherhood
Yeah.
now, all right? Here we go. Let's see it. Uh-oh. I can confirm this. I can just win right now. Let's see. Oh, I left the door open. Last final question I have for you. What are you looking forward to most at Kalamazoo College?
I'd probably just say join a new team, getting to meet new people, and then living in a new city.
Awesome.
Yep.
Fun
Can't
stuff.
wait.
For sure. Last shot, last chance. What can he do?
Oh.
And he chokes. I had to shoot this one for fun then. Oh, okay.
Over 4.
Here we go. Hey, Ryer, I want to thank you for coming
Thank you.
again. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Compete hard. Playing college sports is not too many people have that opportunity, so take advantage of it.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks again for coming.
All right, there he is, Cam Burns. Nice feature. I like it.
I do like it. It's pretty good. Although I gotta be honest, like as a school combined, right? We were 2 for 12.
Yeah,
and you were 1 for 6, and I don't know.
I gotta
Now
be
how I'm
better.
feeling about that.
Hey, all I gotta say is he was my coach in high school.
Yes, you do have to be better. I think I would have told you that.
Yes, you would have.
Wow.
Oh, that's all right. New feature. I like it.
I do.
Probably a little nerves in there. Getting ready for a new
was.
feature.
I was so focused on the questions, you know.
I'm a journalist now.
There you go.
Mr. Fischer, I think it's a 10-minute show. We're going to talk a little bit about, well, you know, let's hold off Did You Know for a second. All right, let's talk about sports. We're on the sports theme here. Cam, let me ask you, do you have any superstitions? Because I know Friday is the 13th. And as an athlete, as a former athlete, and as a coach, we seem to have a lot of, you know, little things that are quirky about us.
Yeah.
Superstitions are one of them.
Yeah. So a handful of superstitions happen on my team, at least. One being like we'd have the same chant running out of the locker room back at Davenport.
Right.
That was a huge one that we always did. Pre-game music. We'll always have our hype up song that we had. And then one of my buddies actually had his socks. I personally didn't have a superstition. I'll just go out there and shoot the ball. That was my thing.
Give me the ball.
But yeah, my buddy had his game socks.
Wow.
Every game.
Yeah.
Tony, how about you? Did you have any superstition or things, rituals? I guess more rituals, right?
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I don't really remember doing anything for a long period of time. There was when I was in high school, I remember distinctly going out and shoveling the driveway one day and having a really good game in basketball. So before every basketball game for a while, I would shovel the driveway if it snowed. But that was about it.
Fair enough.
Well, mine was the number 13 because I wore 13 one year for baseball as a kid in youth baseball. And I struck out every time up the bat. I mean, I don't remember getting a hit or even walk. I struck out every time. So I never liked the number 13.
Okay.
But,
Was it the jersey?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Look, I don't know, big shooter. But I tell you what, so we thought it would be fun to put together Tim Horst, one of our religion teachers, along with Father Robert, and ask them a little bit about superstitions, astrology, crystals, Ouija board, you know, and how that pertains to the Catholic faith. So we're going to show the first video, and I think they talk a little bit about astrology here.
Yeah, astrology ends up, well, I mean, I think general like newspaper astrology is really just someone making up stuff and putting it in there. If you go to like a spiritualist astrologer, then you got somebody who's like, you know, trying to interpret the signs and say things about the future. And it's the same source that we've been talking about, you know, like we get the motive. The human beings want this. I want that too. I want some stability, security. I want to know the future so I can prepare for it. But I appreciate what you said, Mr. Horst. There is like a greater and different joy in the uncertainty of the adventure and of trust that comes in it. Like an adventure that we control, that we like know if we walk this way, we're going to be all right. Like it's kind of dull. It doesn't expand the heart. But the one where we say like, it will be okay because we're walking with the good shepherd, but we don't know what's going to come up and it's going to be crazy and frightening and uncertain. Yeah. This is like, this is what human beings are made for, you know, this kind of like wild adventure. It's very uncertain.
I love that. That's what human beings are made for, right?
Yeah.
The unknown.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I love it all the time.
Right.
I do appreciate knowing some things every once in a while, but definitely it is an exciting thing.
Yeah. We also asked about crystals because that's an in thing right now among young people, right? They're really into crystals.
Oh,
and
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, actually, Father told me that.
Okay.
So let's show this video with them next.
I think about you know, with those kinds of like crystals, or I think about some other like occult things like Ouija boards and things like that. I feel like we're in a way we're like sinning against this trust in God's providence, right? This you know, in the natural means that God has created in this world for us to be able to be healed, right? But doing it in some way that I'm opening myself up to some other spiritual power when we have access to and friendship within union with the most powerful spiritual power and being and person there is. But we settle for the lesser thing, and the thing that potentially can be so destructive.
Yeah. Right. That's what's so interesting is they promise all these benefits with no strings attached, but there are hidden strings attached. And I get the draw because it is hard to be a disciple of the Lord. It is hard to trust him in uncertainty. It's hard to believe in his goodness when bad things happen to us. Like all of that is very demanding. So like I get looking for an easier way, but what is really dangerous is that, crystals or other occult things, what they say is basically like, this is the easy way. All you have to do is this. But like, where does the crystal get its power? Where does the Ouija board get its power? If it's apart from God, if it's not part of the power of the Lord, then it's a power that's against him, and all the powers that oppose the Lord are trying to destroy what he loves and what he's created. So what's hidden behind all of these things is this really, truly diabolical motivation that would like you to believe there are no strings attached and that you're perfectly safe, that you have power over the crystal and that whatever's in the crystal doesn't have power over you.
Well, more good stuff.
Yeah,
it really is. It's like about where are you going to give your, attention to, what's going to give you strength. And then I think all of us are guilty of like, oh, well, if I do this and, maybe I don't have to do that. Right. And he kind of puts it in perspective there.
Yeah. Father Rob does a great job with some of his explanations, or at least questioning reason and finding reason and purpose and things. So
yeah, really. And speaking of Father Rob, he is not going to be with our chaplain for a while, right?
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, we got sad news. Great for him, though. Congratulations to Father Rob. But he has just received a new pastoral assignment from Bishop Pokowiak, and he will finish up his time with us here at the end of May. Actually, I think it might be July 1st. Is it actually his ending?
I think he told me May 31st is going to be his
May
last
31,
day.
or is it okay? And then he has been assigned pastor of St. Luke's Parish in Allendale. So we're super excited for him. I know he's really excited, but we're going to miss him. As you can see, he does a good job. And if you've been to one of his masses or talked to him, he is really great for our students. So definitely going to miss him.
Cam, you want to stick around for Did You Know? Because that's next.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right.
Okay.
Tony, let's go. Did you know?
Well, so yeah, there you go. We have to replace Father Rob, so we had to have an announcement. Well, we didn't have to, I guess, but Bishop was kind enough to replace him, and we have a new pastor who will be actually currently a deacon, will be ordained here coming up at the end of the month. Deacon right now, David Saha, who will be, again, as I said, ordained, will be taking over Father Rob's spot here as one of our pastors. And David is actually an alum of West Catholic. So we're really excited to have soon to be Father Saha back in our building. He had a great smile while he was here, and I can't wait to see it walk in our halls and see him talking to our students. And I think that, he'll definitely be able to relate to many of them still. Yeah. He's not, he's young, and certainly will be able to help guide them in their faith journeys.
That's great. Now, Cam, did you go to school with him?
I did.
Did you really?
Said David Saha. I got a little excited. Yeah. We went to school together. So good to have him back in the halls. One of many of the West Catholic alum that you see walking around. So
for sure,
exciting news.
That's great.
Him back.
I don't know if you remember senior year when you went to West Catholic.
Like it was yesterday.
Well, we're going to keep you around for the next segment because we recorded a podcast. In fact, the conversation with Father Robert and Tim Horst, we recorded it in its entirety. Students also asked a couple of questions that they had on their minds. So if you want to listen to that full podcast tomorrow morning, it will be up. It's about 16, 17 minutes where they dive deeper into the whole conversation, the topic of superstitions and astrology and crystals and what the Catholic faith tells us about those. It's a great conversation.
Yeah.
Come back to West Catholic Live, the podcast tomorrow morning. And also we recorded a podcast, Mr. Fischer and Cam, we recorded a podcast with a few of our seniors.
Yep.
How many seniors do we have in this graduating class?
We have 106.
106. So we got
graduating.
about 5 of them together.
Yep.
They all happen to be band theater kids, so which is kind of fun. They had a certain perspective to it. But we asked them to just sit down and record a conversation among friends about what they think about being seniors. And it was a great conversation because they start with memories from freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. And this class is interesting, right? Because they had to endure the masks, COVID, the technology of the whole thing. You think about it. Right. This class of 2022 endured a lot.
Yes, they have.
And you talk about it going fast, right? Like it was yesterday. These kids are going through the same thing today, but with an added dimension that we just never thought our kids would have to go through. So we're gonna play the first clip here, and we talked to. Oh gosh, I have to look up the list here. I'll get their names in a second. Let's run the first clip.
That was such a weird year. I was looking through my text messages the other day, and I found a text that I sent to someone from like the March 14th, right? The day after everything shut down. And it was like, this is so weird. I'm sure we'll be back to school like next week. This can't go on for too long. And I was
2 years later.
2 years later, it's like, we had no idea what was about to hit us. And then came junior year, which was like, just masked everything, right? It was.
That was so weird. And then I think back and like we were at school for like a month and a half, and then immediately it switched back to being at home. And then, like I totally had forgotten about that in retrospect until now.
I wouldn't complain because I was at my cabin hunting, and then I was sitting in the living room watching the TV, praying that the governor was going to cancel school for another week because I could hunt for an extra week. So like that was worth it for me. But
I would like to add that because I joined junior year, everybody had masks on, right? Since I met them. And as soon as I only knew everybody with masks on. And so when we took off the masks and we were maskless, I was like, who are these people? I have no idea who anybody is. And it was so funny to get to know everybody. And it was amazing because I got to see everybody's beautiful faces. But it was kind of crazy.
It's Grace Morrison talking about that. She came in as a junior, and I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, not being able to see anybody's face. Wow.
Yeah. So that was I said Grace Morrison. We're joined by Courtney Benton, Brady Patterson, and Jacob North and Jonathan Jensen. Let's play clip number 2.
Oh man. And now we're seniors.
Yeah. It's coming to an end.
It went by so fast. Like I can't explain.
So we did have like a year and a half chopped out of there, but
that's true. But like even like if you take out a whole year, like 3 years, and like it still feels like 2 days ago I was a freshman, and like every year I'm like just like, oh, I just want to get this year over with. I'm so tired. I'm so excited for summer and stuff. But then like I look back at the past years, I'm like, wait a minute, like it feels like I wasn't even waiting. It felt like it just flew by. And now it's like we have 3 days left and then some graduation events, and now it's like it just feels really weird. It feels like this isn't gonna ever happen again unless I fail, but that's not gonna happen.
Some people are more excited than others. Courtney,
I'm sick of snow. I'm trying to leave the state.
Yeah. I don't know why Michigan's got everything, dude. It's got 4 seasons.
It has snow from October to April.
Michigan's the best.
Okay, but it also has 87-degree summers like this week.
The Great
So
Lakes.
does North Carolina.
Michigan is the best. The 4 seasons, yeah.
I do like the 4 seasons, though I wish we had a few more warm days.
Yeah. She's not wrong about it snowing all the time.
No, I know,
It's pretty
right?
cold this winter, but Cam, you can relate, right? I mean, Brady's saying how fast things go.
Absolutely, man. It's like when you're in the moment, it's what's next? What's next? What's next? Get me out of this place, right? And then you look back and you're like, man, that happened so fast. And, and it's you look back and you think about things like what can I have done better, or how much more effort could I should have given, you know? So definitely enjoy the moment, man.
Enjoy the moment.
That's big time here.
A couple more clips here, and I think you're gonna. They have some. They're wise too. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, they're maybe seniors. They have some really wise moments. Yeah.
Yes. Some great clips.
Yeah. Clip number 3.
All right. I guess favorite thing about this year. Last big question. I mean, personally, I'd say the musical. You know, I got to be Chad. I was given that honor. It was a ton of fun. That was my favorite experience I think I've had in high school. Just everyone's so kind, and you can have a lot of fun and be yourself, right? And it's the best way to enjoy high school is to be yourself, because when you put up a persona that other people want to see and you don't want to see, then you're not as happy as you could be, and other people can kind of tell that, right? I just had a lot of fun with that.
Honestly, this year, I think jazz band was probably one of my favorite things. Because, like, this year, I don't know what it was, but we just, like, really hit it. Tone was amazing. And everyone's just, like, super into it now. And, yeah, just being a senior for that, being able to play drums, amazing.
Yeah. Phenomenal drummer, by the way.
He is a phenomenal drummer.
Yes. Yeah. We have one more clip, and I think you'll find some words of advice here that really hit home.
For my like whole high school career, like I definitely was dealing with some mental issues, and I was self-isolating myself from a lot of things. But for senior year, I started getting a lot more involved in things, and I started to be able to win my battles, and I felt like that was a really cool thing to actually like get involved with the people around me and have fun. Like it was a lot of fun. So
yeah, like overall, it's just like West Catholic supports the students so well. Like I feel so supported by my fellow classmates, my teachers, and it's helped me personally to come out of my shell a lot. And that's what I've enjoyed most about this year, is just how amazing everybody at the school has been.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite part has been through the retreats and through the musicals, being given the opportunity to kind of mentor other students. It really helped me realize that I want to be a teacher and to continue that as well as theater. I've learned so much about myself and just other people in the underclassmen by doing that. And it means the world to me, and I love them all to pieces.
Yeah. I think a big thing for like incoming students and for parents considering West Catholic for their kids is from a religious component, right? It's structured in a way where nothing is like shoved down your throat, right? But there are so many opportunities to envelop yourself within your faith, and it's encouraged, right? That we have the opportunity to seek and find our faith, which I think has helped us all grow a lot over the past 4 years. And that dynamic has just been really, really helpful. But yeah, well, we thank you guys for coming to our podcast today, listening in. It's been a lot of fun to reminisce and just enjoy the memories.
There you go.
That was pretty good. Awesome. You know, yeah. Like I said, or like you said, there's some wisdom in there, and as in my position, I just feel really good hearing that after 4 years, students like that are able to reflect, and when they reflect, they say and remember positive things. Right? Yeah. I know that's not always the case 100% of the time. Right. Everywhere you go, but to hear that from those students was really great.
Cam, do you remember like those 4 years and what you might have thought when you were, what would Cam, the senior, say at this point?
Cam, the senior, would say at this point, I would definitely have to say, take everything that I've learned, breaking out of my shell, what Brady mentioned, right? Yeah. Getting out of his shell and talking to a ton of people. I was a lot like that from my freshman to senior year. So using that and continue to grow with it at that next level, whether if it's at college or a skilled trade or whatever you plan to do, use that information that skill set that you've gained from West Catholic, and then use it some more, right? And get even better at it. So yeah, that's the advice I would say, or what I would have said when I was a senior.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us here on West Catholic Live. We appreciate your support and for tuning in. Again, find those podcasts with the seniors. It'll be up tomorrow morning on Thursday, as well as the podcast with Father Robert and Tim Horst about religion and astrology, crystals, Ouija boards. Again, interesting conversations on both. And the guy and the kids talk more about their senior year. They actually start with, like I said, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. You'll really enjoy the conversation. Yep. We really appreciate you to tune in on the podcast. All right. Well, that's it, right, guys?
Yeah. Yep. Don't forget to go to your whatever podcast platform you listen to.
And tomorrow, Thursday, the senior showcase right?
Tomorrow evening. Yep, 7 o'clock in the cafeteria, I believe, or the gym. I can't remember which one, but it's here on campus. So,
Take care, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.
bye now.
What a beautiful name.